Today we are fixing yet another crusty EA build. This one is Sandtrap Flat. This one is a 15k starter home. Inside, taking a look, it has one very depressing double bedroom. Every single base game EA build has a weird wall in every single kitchen. This can already be deleted. There we go. 10 times better already. And we also have, this is the worst. Look at this living room. It's horrendous. And like, why are these windows like weirdly placed on the side? Like it looks so strange. I kind of like the idea of them adding like the holes in the roof, like a sunroof kind of thing, but I personally think we could probably do a better job. So already I'm gonna delete these plants. I feel like they don't belong in the world, like these daisies, whatever they are. Like, why would you have daisies in a world like this? I'm pretty sure these as well are like pond reeds or something, pond reeds, which don't really look the part here. So we get rid of all the vegetation, and yes, we are going to be keeping it within a starter budget. Also, this outside is like dying for a swimming pool or at least something fun. So I think I'm going to get rid of this weird lattice thing here to start with. We're going to get rid of these brown columns here, and whenever you're doing these kinds of modern builds, I personally think it's better to actually do columns using walls. So we could do something like this here. Trust the process, guys. We can add another one like this here. I think the back itself, gosh, this needs a lot of work, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. I think maybe we could connect the back railings just like this. Remove the stairs, because seeing that this is so low, technically Sims will not need stairs to stand on here. So it doesn't really make much difference. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this platform here altogether, and we can do something different along the outside, just like this maybe, and then bring all of this inwards. I'm thinking we also bring this side inwards by one. Now we want to move the main pathway, I'd say, running down the center here, just like this. So for the roof, I guess before they use platforms like this, but they put holes in it in order to make it kind of look like it was a sunroof. They were only one tile. Maybe this time we should experiment with two tile holes. This is kind of like a jigsaw. It's going to be really hard to pull off, or at least it will take some time, because it's really difficult, to be honest, in The Sims 4 to customize with the room tool, because you can only use these set shapes that EA provides. So maybe we could have like this kind of vibe going on and then fill in some of the gaps. Now, what about if we used a roof tile, bring it all the way down? Could we use these kind of like a sunroof on top? And then to fill up these flat squares, we can always bring it up like a platform, and then it runs flush alongside of it. Maybe something like this. That way, instead of a trim, we could actually use a platform trim, which adds like a nice brick texture along the side. So what are we thinking, guys? As a starting vibe, same brick texture on the wall here. So that makes it more interesting. I'd also like to bring it up by one, the decking, and then round the outside, I would like to use a green trim around the roof so that it flushes a lot better with the color of the house. Now, I think the roof could be slightly bigger, make the sectionals look a little bit more edgy. I'd also like to use this green paint instead of the siding, because I just feel like paint makes more sense in a world like this. And we'll change the flooring swatch here to a brick as well, so it matches with the roof. And we're gonna have to get rid of all of these doors and windows because they are not it at all. In fact, we're just gonna get rid of everything inside of here. So I would like to change the actual size of some of the rooms. I think maybe the bedroom could be a little bit bigger, and we're also going to make the bathroom a little bit smaller. I feel like a 2x3 bathroom is the best size for a base game build. I'd also like to keep the kitchen in the living room relatively open plan. So this door is already a lot prettier. We can have a similar door for the rear, but smaller, unless of course you've had a few too many. You've probably got quite a loose back door. Anyways, we're going to use the same window as they had before, but we'll put two at the front in order to make it look more balanced. We'll put a couple here as well for balance. Maybe just one on this side and then one on the back. I like making Oasis Springs homes feel really, really open, because I feel like it just suits the world more. Everything looking quite open plan. Although I know that's taking up a lot of our budget, so I have to stop. It's at this point I remember we are literally doing a crusty base game build. I cannot be too fussy. The kitchen is going to be like this kind of terracotta, but then the main living room will have planks. So I kind of quite like the theme here of using quite a few blacks in order to make the space kind of pop a little bit more. I feel like we can make this work. They're only having one cabinet in the kitchen. I'm sorry. Maybe, okay, we'll try and go for two and we'll see how it goes. We'll also try and fit in an oven hood. Okay, I want a third cabinet. I don't know how well that's going to go with our budget. For this specific home, I feel like we do not need a dining table. We've got two chairs on the counter here. As a crusty starter lot, we still kind of have to keep some crusty elements to it. We will have to use the cheapest double bed, which is very unfortunate. Now, this specific closet was released in a base game update, which didn't exist when The Sims 4 first released. So this is something new because a lot of the other cheaper dresses, they look quite old-fashioned, which doesn't really suit the vibe of this build in my opinion. So that will help to make it feel a little bit different. We're gonna have to go for the cheapest toilet, the cheapest bathroom sink, the cheapest shower. It's just what you gotta do in a starter build, I'm afraid. Again though, I'm kind of liking the black. Do we make everything in here black? Maybe not a black toilet, a black sink. It's kind of weird. We keep the shower black. So we've officially got every single object in there that they need to survive, apart from fun need, which can be resolved with a television. Instead of a TV stand, I'm going to use this because it's only 45 simoleons, which is obviously a lot cheaper. We haven't decorated yet, but I feel like it's already coming across a lot nicer than it did before. I definitely think using colors can help a lot with making a build look good. So I feel confident that we've basically got everything your sim needs to live. As always, in a starter build, I always like to leave room for a desk. In this case, maybe it could fit in a bedroom. I guess you could move the bed along this way and then fit in a desk like this. So maybe we should actually move the wardrobe here and the mirror here. And then maybe the room feels a little bit more balanced this way, you know? I quite like that. And then if we use a smaller rug like this, it helps us section it off a little bit better. So that means we've actually got quite a lot of decent budget now for decorating, which we normally do not have. Maybe we could go for a more abstract painting, you know, maybe like this one here. I feel like that looks really cool actually, alongside the retro TV. Maybe we could use this very cursed Sims poster. I feel like this one's cursed. It's something that I used to use all the time in my older base game builds, but it kind of makes me cringe now. And I guess in a world like this, like cactus plants, they suit the vibe better than more floral things. I like to try and keep it relatively on theme. And oh, I forgot a bookshelf. I feel like bookshelves are so annoying in this game. I don't know about anyone else. Like, I just find it annoying when my sim literally wants to read all the time, but I feel like you've got to put one in a base game build. We could probably scrimp on some very, very basic kitchen decor just to say that we've got it. Can we afford a microwave? I believe we can. That's okay. The twerking pig is going in. Obviously, it's got to fit in somewhere. Maybe we could pop it on this shelf just like this. Okay, and guys, if you want a tip so it doesn't float, if you're using Control and 9 to raise it up, I like to use this cubed wall display. There's one that comes in Dream Home Decorate. There's also one in the High School Years pack. You can pop it in there. Okay, and then you basically line it up alongside the bookshelf. And then once you've lined it up, it's literally at the correct height to place anywhere. It's an excellent hack. Another hack I like to use is a size down kitchen cabinet for like a bathroom cabinet. I feel like it makes sense. Now, I don't want to go way too overboard in terms of decorating this build because we obviously need to make sure that we have enough money to do something with the outside. So I might just leave the interior decoration there for now. Maybe we should get rid of this, you know, this walkway and change it to a different one, or to save a little bit of money, actually, we could just use the terrain paint instead. Maybe kind of like a harsher gravel like this, or this one because it's quite dark. Oh, we need to add stairs. Oopsie daisy. I did forget about the stairs. There we go. I also forgot about the back of the house. We don't have any money for the rear. Okay. Oh my gosh. What do we do? I would honestly love to add a pool, but even a small pool just takes us way over budget. Maybe we should just embrace a little bit of nature with this build. That's my excuse anyway. We could have it modestly graveled around the outside. So that way you could probably have a barbecue out here, for example. And I feel like that would look quite nice. In order to make the gravel look a little bit more natural, we add bobbly bits with low opacity. And then with the rubber tool, we do this as well. Yes, British people don't call it an eraser. We call it a rubber. So that's what we're going to do. And then I also like to add maybe a couple of patchy bits just like this, which makes it look kind of crusty, but that's literally the point because it's like it's eroding away over time. I'll also add maybe a little bit more texture to this front bit here, make it look a little bit more crusty and eroded away. There was I think I did it too much there. That was too hard. I'm going to get rid of actually the stronger rock here and start all over again, just using the gravel itself. I feel like that was a lot prettier that way. Now, I'm just thinking the roof tiles, do we change it to like a sheet roof? Maybe like this. I think it suits the world better. Maybe a couple of orangey rocks. These are 50 simoleons each, which is a lot of money, but we could use it sparingly to decorate. Okay, these like cactusy things, I don't know how they would grow naturally. Like, would they just kind of grow next to each other like this? My move objects on sheet keeps turning itself off ever since I installed Better Build By. It's very annoying. So what if we, do you know what I mean? Okay, if we just do it like this, like two next to each other, this kind of feels like me with my hypothetical future boyfriend, somebody who's taller and slimmer than me, and me, a fat round pumpkin. Right next to him. Also, does this like leaf thing belong in a desert world? I feel like it does. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm putting it in there anyway. I feel like this thing does as well. So maybe we could pop that on the outside. This, oh my God, this looks like a penis. We'll keep that in there like that. Yes, we will. Maybe we could add a couple of these cactuses. That looks like the one from Final Fantasy. That's very cute. So like a genuine, you don't know how these are growing naturally. I'm just kind of winging it. They don't grow in soil, do they? Which is very strange. Maybe we could use the darker sand underneath them to signify kind of like a difference. That I guess feels a little bit more natural. We've gone to 18,000 simoleons. Now we better add something fun for them to do because we only have a TV. Well, technically we have a bookshelf too, but maybe they just like, you know, Sims, they need to do stuff. I don't really want to add a gardening pot because like you are not gardening in Oasis Springs, you liar. You could add a punching bag outside as like a fitness thing for them to do. That's pretty cool actually. So they can do like a little bit of a workout in their garden outside. Maybe at the front here, you know, we've got this nice space, but there's nothing going on. Could we use a couple of chairs like this? Have a small table in the middle, maybe like this. So your Sims have somewhere to sit and chill. Certain packs come with a drinks tray. Like we've got the spa day drink tray. We've got the for rent drink tray. We've got the backyard stuff drink tray, which was recently a free pack. So maybe we could pop that in there. And if you don't own backyard stuff, like this one specific object won't appear, like it's not the end of the world. So we could keep that there so you can like chill, sit here, have a drink. I think the outside will just generally have to remain a little bit empty because there's really not that much we can do with it. Do you know what I mean? So I think we're just gonna have to compromise, seeing that it is base game. I really just want cheap curtains in the game so that we could use them, but I don't think it's gonna be possible. We do have this shade here, and oh my God, guys, I did not put a window in the bathroom. Good job, I checked. Do you know what I like to do? Okay, when I don't put windows in the bathroom, I like to use this wall vent, size it down so it doesn't look too big, and I attach it on both sides in the exact same place. So at least it feels like your Sims are getting some kind of air ventilation in their rooms which don't technically have a window, which I like to do. So we may not be able to afford curtains, but that's fine. I can't find any debug objects that we could use instead. Maybe we can afford some light switches in every room. I'm just thinking how we can clutter this without making it feel like we're spending too much money. Okay, I mean, we're at 19k now, guys. We've got an entire interior, which I feel like looks decorated quite nicely, considering that we've got a base game build to work with, a base game budget rather. I don't feel like it could have gone any better, other than maybe we should change some of the flooring and walls up. I feel like a grey bedroom would be cool. Or is this like too, Is this too much colour, guys? Be brutal with me. Are we stepping into the realms of the not so berry challenge? You know what? I like it. We're keeping it in there. I think we change the wall to maybe something like this as well. I feel like it makes the room feel a lot brighter, considering we got a lot of blacks in here. We could maybe make the bathroom more tiled, and that's not even any more expensive. So I feel like we've genuinely, guys, done a really good job here. I'm actually happy with this one. And your Sims have just under 1,000 simoleons left, assuming it's a single Sim household. And I feel like that's challenging enough to get them started. Seeing that they've literally got like everything they need in here. You've got a sofa, oops, you've got a TV, you've got a full-on kitchen, you've got a bedroom with a closet and a mirror and a desk, you've got a full-on bathroom, you've got a punch bag thing. Like, this is absolutely perfect. So I feel like we've managed to renovate this, being realistic, not changing too much, yet we've modernized it, which I'm really, really happy with. I also recently renovated another Oasis Spring starter home, so make sure you check that video out here. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.